Gonna build a mountain from a little hill.
What's up guys, I'm the Game Lion and welcome to my channel. This is my first video and I am really nervous. So in this episode we will build the flamingo habitat, and I know people will be wondering why I'm not starting the zoo with the entrance. I really don't know how to I don't have any idea for the entrance just yet. Maybe I will just leave the entrance and not make the entrance. Maybe I will think of something, but I wouldn't say that I will do it just yet. I really wanted to make it really stand out and really make it really photogenic, I would say. Not photogenic, but really amazing, really beautiful. So because that's the first thing that people will see when they enter in your zoo. So that's like the first impression that they will have for your zoo, is that the buildings are really amazing in the zoo. So yeah. I don't know what to name the zoo. Should I name it West Spring Zoo, or maybe something that you have in mind? Please tell me in the comment section, because I'm just not, I'm not really good at naming things. So it's something that I would say I will leave it to you guys, because I'm not good at any of that things. So I think the most hardest part of this habitat was the path, because the path was you really have to make the path on the water, and so I really had to do some elevations, and it was really a struggle. But I think in the end I managed to make it decent looking. So yeah, I think the downside of this habitat is just that it's just too huge for the flamingos, because flamingos are like these tiny animals, and the habitat is just so big. It's like the ocean for them. Like, that's how big it is. And so yeah, so that's something that I think really will affect the space of the zoo in the future, but maybe it will not. Maybe I'm just thinking too much. So here I'm just making like this shrine looking thing that wasn't like a picture that I saw on Pinterest. It was really hard. I will just say that it was so hard to make this. First, I thought to make it like this circular, a shrine looking thing, but when I saw in the picture it was like this square, so I really had to figure it out, like how to make it, and it was kind of a struggle, but in the end it turned out, pretty good looking. So you have to keep in mind, this is like my first zoo, so everything in the zoo will not turn out great. I'm just saying that. But this is like my first official zoo, I believe, because I have never made like a whole complete zoo, and I am just determined that I will finish this zoo. And so that's why I started recording, because I really wanted to remember this moment that I builded this. And I think so yeah. I think this whole flamingo habitat was inspired by the lady designer's habitat in the Milan Zoo. It was like such a cool habitat, I would say. It was such a pretty habitat. It's not like, compared to that, this is trash, I would say. But her build was just so like amazing. It was so beautiful. Like, it's like nature made it. It was just so beautiful. But I would say I was trying to make it like that. I was like going for the same vibe, because I thought it will really add up an element, because this is based in Asian region. So like, it will be pretty cool if I made like an Asian themed garden and put flamingos in it. But it was a really big struggle, I would say. That like, it was so hard for me to make it. And I just, it was pain in the butt, I would say. But I managed to do it. For me, I think it looks pretty good. So yeah. In the upcoming days, we will get the aquatic DLC. I am just so hyped about that, because we're getting otters, we're getting penguins, we're getting gray seagulls. Like, there are a lot of animals that I wanted to see, but I would say that it's a small step to the right direction, because we did not have diving in the game. and this really opened a gate of possibilities. And it really, I'm just waiting for people to just use the pieces to make amazing builds. And because the community is just so creative when it comes to Planet franchise, even Planet Coaster, even Planet Zoo, even Jurassic World Evolution. It's just something so cool. And I would say that I'm really, looking forward to make some habitats inspired by the Singapore Zoo as well. So yeah, I would say that the downside is that I really needed. I was thinking that the DLC would be more bigger. I thought there will be a lot of other animals in it. A lot of animals, like about like 10 animals. I'm thinking too much. Maybe 8 or 9 animals. I think that will be a really good addition. But maybe in the upcoming DLCs we will get 2 more type of animals, because because of the DLC we're getting 2 more type of animals. One is the water exhibit and one is the diving animal, and I think that really maybe Frontier will do something like that. Maybe they will add 2 more animals in each DLC from now on. Maybe something that to keep in mind. I think the other hardest part, I should say, was the shelter. I think the shelter was like so hard because I thought to make the shelter like an Asian, like a Chinese building, kind of like that. I don't know. But then I thought, flamingos are just so basic. I don't think they deserve like such a fancy shelter. So I have not seen a single flamingo go into the shelter. I just worked my butt off to make that shelter, and no one is like using it. I'm just so pissed off. But maybe I haven't seen the flamingos that much, so I don't know in the future they will use it or not. But like until now they haven't like used it. I don't think they sleep, because in the shelter there are like these hay beds and they don't use it. Do they even sleep? I don't know. So yeah, and you can really see that I used some green rocks. I love these green rocks. I think other than the aquatic DLC that is coming up, my second favorite DLC is the South America DLC. I just love the foliage and the pieces of it. I think it's just so cool, and I think it really fits the vibe of our zoo. It really fits like the vibe in our zoo, because it's mostly surrounded by like a rainforest and like these lush trees. And it will be really cool to use some pieces from that DLCs too. So you can see like I struggle with the shelter. You can see like I made like this whole big shelter, but then I removed it. I did not even include it in the video. That's how bad it was. So I just went with another simple shelter. I don't know why I'm using the encyclopedia. I don't know why I just used that. But then I just thought, screw it. I will just do the foliage first and then think about something. So I just went with these. I just love these trees that I just put down. They are from the Australian DLC, and they are one of my favorite trees. Other than the tree from the what is that tree called? The tamarind tree. Yeah, I love that tree too. I think that really adds some, kind of flavor to the habitat, I would say. And I think my most favorite part from this habitat was the foliage, because I always love enjoying it. Even though I'm really bad at it, I would say I just love it. I just love it. And it was really hard for me to, especially in this habitat, to put some foliage down, because most of the habitat was covered by water, so you cannot really put foliage in the water. But maybe in the upcoming DLC we will get some, of course we will get some water foliage stuff, so it will be amazing. Maybe in the future I will put some water lilies and other kind of water plants, but for now I just leave it blank. I just put some water lilies in the lake, because I did not want it to look barren. I did not want it to look simple. And so yeah, so it's something that I did also. So I think that's pretty much that I want to talk about. So yeah, oh yeah, in the upcoming videos I will make an Australian house. I'm just so excited about it, so stay tuned for that. It is inspired by the Singapore Zoo, and it's such an amazing build. I would say I worked my butt off to make that. It was so hard for me to make it. I think it took me like 3 days to finish like only the building. I haven't even put like any animal in the building just yet. So I think it will be really cool. So The only thing that I have to do for that episode is just to do a voiceover. So that whole build would be and divided into different parts because it's such a huge build. So for the rest of the month, maybe I will just post videos on that. I think it will be pretty cool because each habitat that I will build is unique and it will be really cool. So yeah. So okay, I don't know. Should I put the dingoes in the habitat? Like should I put the dingoes in the building or like around the building? Because in the Singapore Zoo we don't have dingoes. It's well, also don't have koalas in the Singapore Zoo, but I had no choice because in the building there's this like small I think it's called the tree kangaroo. Like there's a habitat for that animal, but we don't have it in the game. So I just thought to replace it with a koala. So that's why I'm using the koala. But if we had the tree kangaroos, of course I will use that, but we don't have it. So I would say that I don't know if I should add the dingoes. I'm definitely adding the kangaroos, koalas, and the cassowary, but I don't know if I should add the dingoes. So and please suggest in the comment section if I should add it. But I think it will be a pretty good build, and I think it will really add flavor to our zoo, and I think it will be really cool. So yeah. You can see now I'm just making this shelter. I thought just to make it like a simple shelter because it was so hard for me to work with a fancy, like I'm not into details. I don't have the patience, so I just went with like a basic shelter. I did not even like put some trims and all you like how you do it like in a normal build. I just went with this. I think it looks cool because flamingos are just so basic and compared to like real life habitats, and I think they're just so barren, like they're so basic, like bushes and rocks, like that's it. And compared to that, I think I did a pretty good job. Like I think for the flamingos are like thanking me right now, like this is like a paradise for them. This is like paradise central for them. So I would say yeah. So yeah. Wait, did I just okay, why are like did I put some like logs or something like that? I don't know. I think I did put some logs because that looks kind of awkward. So yeah. I am just I'm just nervous, so I don't know. I don't have any words to say right now. I think that's it. So thanks for watching, and please like, share, comment, and also subscribe. And please hit the bell icon so you can be notified whenever I post a new video. So oh yeah, by the way, I'm just saying that if you want to see the video of the Australian house, I can post it on Monday or like earlier than Sunday because I have already recorded it. It's just that I have to do the voiceover. So if you want to see that, I will do it. I'm ready to do it. So yeah, I think thanks for watching again, and I will see you later. Bye.